Yeah, because this afternoon we'll be doing hands-on practices, so on your own device. You should be having your laptop or tablet ready. I mean, the worst case, I think you can use your phone. It's just gonna be small, but it should work. Yeah, and also there are some like resource web page you can go to. So I think we can get started. Oh, okay, sorry. Oh, one more thing, one more logistics. I think you guys have a shared Google folder. I think Bert sent out like this morning. I just uploaded a few documents there. If you can download this one, English UMR -003 to your own device now, that'd be great. If now, you can do that later. This is something we will start with. Okay, so we should start. My name is Yangyang. I will be giving a tutorial on the UMR Writer 3.0, which is the UMR annotation tool we just updated. So here's a little bit about me. I don't think my name appears on the schedule as much yet, but I will be doing this tutorial instead of Chen. I am a second-year PhD student here at Brandeis University, and I am from the Brandeis LLC lab. My advisor is James Kucielski. He was here, I think, in the morning. Feel free to reach out if you want. Write down my email, my phone name at brandeis.edu. I mainly worked on. I have been working on the multimodal meaning representations in the past. But this summer I will be partially involved in the UM project. I just started a few weeks ago. But I think I've seen some of the faces from the last year because I attended the first UMR summer school last year at CU Boulder. It's good to see you all back. So today we'll go do a briefly overview of UMR, and then we'll spend the entire afternoon help you get familiar with the annotation tool. I guess I will not spend too much time on this because Julia gave an extensive lecture in the morning. So uniform meaning representation is a graph-based semantic formalism. It is related to AMR. We covered that in the morning, but has been extensively extended now with the spectral fact quantification and also event scopes. And more importantly, now you can represent cross-sentence relations like the temporal model and event coreference. So the ultimate goal for UMR project is to provide comparable meaning representations across language and domains. As I just said, it's graph-based. It needs to represent meaning of the language, and how do you construct this graph, right? You need data, and you cannot just have raw data to do this. You need to annotate. Here's why I'm here now. So I'm gonna introduce this UMR Writer 3.0. I think you can probably tell by the name it's already released a few versions before. Who was here? Who was at the UMR summer school last year? I think. Yeah. I don't know if you still remember. We went on another tutorial last year. It's called UMR Writer 2.0. Let me ask you this. So did you do some annotation after the summer school with the UMR 2.0 after sometime in the past year or so?
We started it.
Okay, you started. And
I too started doing some work on
Yeah. So it's a good tool, right? You don't have to do anything from scratch, but there are some disadvantages and some of the like the functions on the web page are not like entirely user friendly, and some of the buttons are even counterintuitive. So this year we depleted that UMR Writer 2.0. So whatever you learned from last year, just forget about it. We're gonna have a fresh start this year. Thanks to Jin, she is the main developer of this tool. We just released this new tool about 2 months ago. Some of the major updates I want to bring out is that now we require like single unified formatting for both import and export for your data. And it's highly customizable now. I'll explain a little bit more later. And also more importantly, in the past few years, I don't know, more 10 years, there's not really a record of like what you did for your annotation, and you might come across the same language phenomena over and over, but it's just so hard to search over. You either keep a gigantic Google Doc, right, or just try to memorize it with your own brain. But we add a lot of stuff this year, and you can play around. So let's get started. This is a web page for the UMR tool. It's umr-2.csbrandex.edu, or you can just do a Google search, UMR Writer. I think it should pop up. So I think now just please everyone go to this web page, and we can start from there. So if you find it, this should be the home page that everyone is looking at. Are we all here now? Okay. I think those of you who registered last year, I'm not sure if you can still log in with your old username and password, but you can try. But I assume most of you here are using this for the very first time today. So please go to the upper right corner and register an account for yourself. You will need that to keep a track of your projects. So let me log in as well. I'll give like 1 minute so that everyone has it. Did anyone have problem logging in?
Does the username have to be the same as the email now?
I don't think so.
Yeah, when I set up the UMR training thing, I made one that didn't have an email address as the username, and then it would let me log in never again because it was like
It must.
okay.
So,
Everyone?
login with which credential? We create our own credential or?
Yeah. You use whatever email you want, and you create your own password. Just remember it, and then use that to log in. If you forget, you can always reset your password.
If it's different, I can't use it.
Oh. So, okay.
All right, so once everyone in, just want to bring it up, like, so this is the home page, and the home page actually there is a simplified workflow. If you want to go back and check, okay, which web page or like which module I should go, you always refer to this home. And we actually have a GitHub. So yeah, so if you are more used to submit an issue through GitHub, feel free to do so. This new tool, this new annotation tool, I think is written mostly in JavaScript and is hosted by Heroku on the backend. And if not, you can always send an email to Jim. And this is, I think we are still trying to make it more, like make it perfect. There's definitely going to be issues somewhere that we are not aware of. So also at the bottom of the page, this is a, can you all see my mouse? So this footer provides like basically all the essential documentation that you can look at. So before, I think people have to do a bookmark, a UMR guideline or anything, but now this is a like main website. So if we want to look for the general UMR guideline, can click on that, the link on the footer, and there's also AMR guidelines, user guide of this tool, and English-Chinese prop bank link. I think everyone's in. Like you got an account and you log in. So
I also received a beautiful picture.
I'm sorry.
There is also automatically a picture from a small animal. Hello?
Yeah, that's a capybara, I believe.
Oh, we have all of us saying I was wondering.
Yeah. So if you want to change that,
I don't like it. I think it's just.
Yeah, there's a way to do that. You configure your profile here. You do a truth file and then upload a new picture for yourself.
Okay.
Yeah, and here's your account information. I assume now everyone's on the left side of the project page is empty, right? And now you can create a new project by clicking this new project on the upper right. And give a name of your interest, and you can select the language that you want to work with. I understand a lot of you probably want to work on a different language that is not listed here. You can choose other, but for now, please just please choose English because I want to have I want you to know the basics. And then create project. I already did, and my project is called tutorial for today. And next to your project name, you can see a row. Like this is, I guess all of you now have the admin role. And if you're admin, you have all the other permissions, and you can give, you can assign annotators, and you can oversee the data. So now, please click into your new project, which is tutorial for me. So here currently it's blank because you only have a project name, right? You don't have any data uploaded, but this left sidebar has basically I would say all the annotation resources that you can use. Here, the documents tab, this is where all your data go under this specific project. and there's the checkout documents means like who annotate what. Like yeah, I will explain that later. And we also add the quality control, which I will also go over briefly after we have some like sample data. So the second component of this left side toolbar is, I guess, where the fun goes. So you can actually add add row sets or add a relation that does not exist in the language that you are working with or in the project you're working. So these are really just built for project scope or project specific reasons. And also in the lexicon, you can, because this is especially important for low resource language. There are a lot of lexicons that probably just do not exist unless you create them. And then this is where you add your new entries, as many as you want. You just need to remember it has to be in JSON format. And also here you can search the lexical entries and see if it's available somewhere. I'll come here later. So because you're admin, you can control the members of the project. You can add member here. And also settings, for now, the project settings is really made for just change the project name. We probably will add something else after that. And the last part of the toolbar is called annotation lattices. Some of you who have done the UMR in the past, you probably remember if you want to look for some discourse relations, you always have like a zillion tabs open on your browser, or you do like multi-screen display, and it's just not as handy, right? But here we incorporate all these lattices all in the same web page, and we also design toggle bars. So for examples, and for some of the language, say like my native language Mandarin or Chinese, say I will make an example with aspect lattice. We don't really use this first one, reversible states, in our annotation. So you can actually disable this. So when you do the annotation, you don't need to always consider some of the unusable aspect lattice for your language. So everything here is also controllable, and it should be saved automatically. Here's a person number. It's just a good reference. Okay. So, all right. So now let's go back to our document page, and I want you to upload the file that I uploaded in the shared Google folder. I think it's called English UMR. This one. Yeah. If you didn't download it now and upload it. Everyone with me now? Okay. So here you cannot annotate directly from here yet. But here under this, under the name of the document, you can click on View Sentence and Annotation. This is really just an overview for you to quickly check what is the status of this document and maybe quickly check, okay, do I have something I want to fix, and just go there. But everything is laid out in one single page. You have the original sentence on the left side and and you can choose which annotation you want to see by just click on the sentence, or you can click on at the top, like next sentence, and go one by one. And documentation is next to it, and for both sentence annotation and document annotation, you can zoom in or out as you like. And finally is the alignments. These are the essential component for any annotation output. The key is like basically the node and the token token means the first index means the token index, and also and the second means the span. So yeah. So now go back to I guess okay, you can do back. So go back to the annotation and you click on this checkout for annotation. So that means you are now choosing to annotate this this document, and you can see there's a claim immediately appear right next to the document name, checkout by you, right, or any user. So now you go to this second button on the left side. Go to My Checked Out Documents, and here, and click on this, and you should all see this page. So this is where the real annotation starts, and and I think like 95% of the annotation activities all happen here. Is this very different from last year for you? Yeah, and I guess a lot of things I don't really need to explain that in detail, but just I want to point it out, and you can click around and play by yourself later. So the first section of the page on the left side are just the sentences from this document, and we have in the middle we have the current sentence, and you can choose whichever sentence you want to annotate and start annotate. So the file that I gave you, this is annotated document. And with a graph already generated. Let's go. Let me do this first sentence then. Okay, so Edmund Pope tastes freedom today for the first time in more than 8 months, and the annotation happens at the bottom text box. So when this in-place edit mode is off, that means you can right-click on any of the relations in pink, and also I guess are these like variables. Do the right-click, and you can. So when this in-place edit mode off, you can only do rough, like not super in detail modification of the branches. And when, but if you think, okay, there's a lot of things I need to change, either by adding variables or delete it, or any edits, you need to turn this in-place edit mode on. And once it's on, you should be able to left-click, just click any of the things in blue and red, and change it. Let's see this sentence. Actually, Julia or Bert, can you, maybe this is, correct me if I'm wrong. We are missing a part here, right? Like, so Edmund Pope takes freedom today. We have all that annotated, but for the first time in more than 8 months. Yeah. Okay. So this is good, right? That means like, okay, we find something that we want to change in this annotation. I will not explain like too much like which relation I am choosing now, but I just want to give you the functional explanation. So I want to see, okay, I want to annotate like for very first time. It should be, I think it should be, I need a new branch to demonstrate this, the relation. I think for anything like first time, second time, it's ordinal. Let me see if I can show it. Okay, yeah. um, ordinal, and it should be an abstract concept. So here, and for if it's not for this particular case, and you can see you can also add like say name entities, token or anything. But we are doing like first time, for the first time, abstract concept. It should be like word. Let me see word. Okay, we have ordinal entity in the guideline, and I guess I'll just go with it. And then you click like add branch. So here is where this new branch it's added under the parent node, because like what for the first time like taste, right? So it should be under taste. I think there should be another value like 1 because it's the first time, but I will not do that here. So once you do this with any edits you did, remember to click on save like from time to time. I think in most cases it's auto saved, but just to be safe. If you choose to delete, you delete this entire annotation. Yeah.
The ordinal should be below taste, or it doesn't matter the order? Or should it be below or argument 1?
You mean like instead of here, it maybe could be here, but okay. So with the writer tool now, it doesn't matter. I understand your point. Like it's probably like in human eyes, it probably reads better if it's like under somewhere here. But we don't have that. Like I guess like I can ask Chen later.
The order does not matter.
Yeah, the order doesn't matter. It does not really change the meaning, the represent meaning anyway, if you think about more carefully. But yeah, like in our O2 UMR writer 2.0, we have we can actually do what you're saying. Yeah, but just but now I guess for technical reasons we can, and also really it doesn't matter like in terms of the semantics here. Yeah, and if you want to add a node, like if you want to add a sub node under a variable, you do here. But I think in that I'm not going to do here. So on the right side of these web page.
Can you show me shortly how you add the new branch?
Okay, so for branch edits, you need to make sure this in-place edit mode is off first.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's why it doesn't work. Okay.
Yeah, and then you right-click on the branch or the node that you want to edit. Yeah, either here or here.
It works. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Yeah. It's really about it's really just practice. When the more you do it, you will know it better. And for non-branch edits, like I said, you need to turn this on and then just click on anything you want to change, and it should be.
Okay.
Yeah, you can just now. Yeah, you can play it around, and maybe I will just give everyone 2 minutes and just experience yourself, because that's what the practice is about.
How can we add anything under ord?
Under ord.
Yeah.
Okay. You mean just a parallel, right? Not like a sub.
Not parallel, but subnode.
I think. So it should be all under ordinal entity. I'm assuming like you want to add like value, right? So you add branch, and then what is the region that or port?
But it's ord.
It should be like for example value. Everyone see. Sorry, this is too small. Number value, for example, 1. So, sorry, what's your name?
Dash.
Dash. Dasha. Yeah. So is this what you
this
want to
is
do? Yeah. So for any node you want to add, attach, you right click on that node.
Also, I see the variables are generated automatically here, right?
Yeah, this is a this is a well-formed annotation. Yeah, so I will show how do you generate an annotation from scratch later, but I want to go through all the main component of annotation function.
My question is whether these variables anything purple or automatically generated. Yeah, the answer is yes. So that to keep track of that, you don't have to
Yeah, manually.
manually.
For the value, what the child node type, what did you choose for this value one? For the second branch as the ordinary, yes. How did you add it with the child node type?
How do I type?
Yeah, when I add branch to S1O, it's, and I write it that value,
Yeah.
okay. And then for the child node, you
So
don't have to add.
yeah, so there you need to select, right? If there's something in the sentence, you can choose sentence token. If it's a concept, you do concept. But here,
It's just number.
it's number. Yeah, so it's you choose the second to the last here, number
And
value.
then you say that it's a
Yeah.
one number.
Yeah. I'm not sure if this is the right way to. I don't do this sentence though, but yeah, but for number values, you just manually put a number here.
And the number value you will just add it by your writing, right? The numerical number.
Yeah.
Last year, summer school, I guess the order was important because when we were doing the wrong thing, we were deleting and then we were doing the branches again. Now it's not important, right?
What do you mean older? Like, oh, you mean like you have to first
Yeah.
delete and then add? Yeah, now we don't want to do that because it's just like hard to use, right? Like, so now like you
So I
can.
don't need to delete anything, I just add it and it will just get it.
Yeah, if you want to delete anything, you just right click and delete it. Yeah, you don't need to follow that order anymore. Yeah, everything is in play, like on the fly. Yeah, so should be.
Okay, I have a question.
Yeah.
I mistakenly deleted this annotation for this sentence,
Mm-hmm.
and if I do, can I just recover that sentence again, or?
You mean you click on this delete?
Yes, I
Okay.
did, and
I
then the lower this annotation was not available.
yeah, I think it's irreversible. Is that right, Haibo? Do you remember? If you delete this entire annotation, unless you export it before, you cannot recover. Or
That's true. I think this function is not implemented.
oh, okay, yeah.
Revert to change.
Yeah, so for now, we don't have like revert yet. So before you delete, like be really careful about this. Yeah. Yeah. Another way is like here. I think it's a good point to introduce like the information on the right. You export. You can export annotation anytime. And the export format will also be .umr, or which is essentially a .txt file, as a backup. Yeah. So in case you delete something by accident. And also here you can, on the top right section, you can review the document info again. And you can, for now, everyone's admin, everyone's an annotator, so it's the same username. But as an admin, sometimes it's a different annotator here, and you can see who's in charge of this document. Yeah, and also the metadata here. For a single project, something might be repetitive, and you can actually store a branch temporarily and use that later. Let's see if we can. Okay, so still, when the in-place edit mode is off, you want to store a branch temporarily for this project, so you can use that later. You right-click on this branch. Okay, the description. Okay, so it should appear here, and you can copy it, use it, or edit. You can edit it. Okay, I think this is new. And later on, when you don't need it, you can just remove. And there will be a notification. And alignment will be the last section on the webpage. Here in the quick, we have a section in the middle called quick actions. I guess it's like easy to click, you cannot miss it in the middle of your annotation process. You can go to doc level. So from what I have just said now are all sentence level annotation, and we will talk more about doc level annotation tomorrow and on Wednesday, I think. But just give you a brief idea. So click on the doc level annotation. You are in this page. So you have all the sentence on the left side, and the doc level annotation for the current sentence in the middle, and also, and again, all the metadata on the right. For doc level annotation, just very quickly, like you need something we call triple because it calls relations, right? There have to be 3 elements: the relation, the type of relations, and the 2 factors like on each like what is related to what. Here we have temporal, model, and coreference. You can right click on triple. Okay, so here you can just directly right click and delete something you don't want. And to add triple, you actually need to go to the right side and add either a temporal or model or coreference. So I think usually the easiest thing is that you should choose a relation type first. Is that like some entity is contained in another group entities, or an event happened before another one, or after, or 2 events overlap. You should do that, and then you input the reference node and the current node that you are referring to. And then again, you can save and export. So we'll go over more about this tomorrow, but let me just go back to the sentence level so we can finish the annotation basics. Let's see, let me double check my notes here.
Do you think the annotation for this sentence is correct? Because there is no 8 months.
Yeah, I noticed. That's what I was mentioning earlier. So it's missing the first time in more than 8 months. You can try to see if you can add that later. But yeah, you are right. This is just but I think this reflects to real life, right? Like you annotate one sentence, save it, and thought, okay, it's done. But then later you come revisit, okay, oh, I actually missed a clause here, and that's where all the edits that I display and would be useful. So yeah, let me double check. Maybe just one more thing about sentence tokens. Let's see. Okay. Uh-oh, sorry. No, shouldn't. Just this is not correct annotation, right? Don't go looking deeper into this, but just for anything you want to use from the sentence itself. So you want to define arg0 and using something from the original sentence, say months. You can just now directly click on this. And before, I think you have to go back to your browser and click on English or like Chinese Pearl Bank and like examine the sentences, all that stuff. Now you don't have to do that. You can just direct click on this, or if it doesn't, if the if your project doesn't have the existing data frames, you can manually like type anything you want. So here's where the customization goes, and basically one of the major updates for this UMR2. Here, yeah, the easiest way you can just use it. And there is also a way to do name entities and also multi-word expressions, which we will also cover later this week.
So what happens if we need to start from scratch?
Mhm.
There's no.
Yeah, I will do that later. Yeah, sorry, I know it's. I understand it's probably like the most relevant to all of you. If you want to work on something that does not exist here, I will go that. I will definitely explain that.
That is helpful.
Yeah. Yeah, so here, so I guess everyone has a broad idea of how the annotation happened here. So let's pretend, okay, we finished this document, we save it, and most of the time I imagine you need to have adjudication for your annotation, or at least you want to check how is it different from the original version, like first version, second version, stuff like that. And to do that, we have this new feature called quality control. So here you can either do the go back or like click on here, back to project. So now what we just did is just a pure annotation. It's not submitted yet. And once you think you're done, click on this submit for QC, and the tool will ask you, are you sure you want to submit? And click OK. And then go to quality control. You should see the document that you just annotated. And is everyone seeing like at least two documents here? One is called quality control documents and initial documents. Okay, so let's see. Now I want to compare like what kind of changes happened. So you click on two. So you always need two documents to compare. You either compare two quality control documents, possibly submitted by two annotators, or you compare the documents. Like you compare your own annotation and the initial. Is there a question somewhere? No. Okay. And then here on the bottom right, you can choose you want to compare sentence level or document level. For now, we do sentence level comparison, and you click on compare. So this is very similar to GitHub repo commits, right? Because everything is stored historically, and so yeah, so they are side by side, and they are always a title that differentiates the two documents, and you can see what kind of changes happened. And in the middle, on the top, this is the original sentence. You don't need to go back and check. Okay, what sentence was that like 5 minutes ago? You can just read it. You can read it like in your eyes, and check. Okay, if there's anything right or wrong. And here, this green button, run uncast evaluation. I hope it works today. Okay, it works. This is a very broad overview of the difference between these two documents. It's not in detail. There's a way to look at it like more in detail. I'll talk about that later. But here, for example, okay, sentence level. yeah, it's 70% like overlap with our initial, because I only just added like one sentence in that document, right? And I didn't change any temporal model or any doc level annotation, so it's 100%.
And why do we need these scores? Is it for like when we have more annotators to check their annotator scores?
Yeah. Exactly. Well, if you need an actual score, you still need to calculate later, but this is really just to give you a big idea.
I mean, like, I didn't get why do we need to see, like, if we change the file, what's the purpose? But if there are two different persons.
Yeah, it's mainly for adjudications. Yeah. Okay.
I'm sorry, in my case, this one doesn't work.
It doesn't. Yeah, it sometimes. Yeah, sometimes it's probably something unstable back there. You just wait for a little bit and then or revisit. Again. Sorry. Yeah, I think it happened to me once as well. It's not something that we can solve, but give a couple
Just
of
could not retrieve annotation content for evaluation. Maybe because I just didn't change anything yet.
Maybe because there's nothing here. Right, it's empty. So yeah, maybe. I need to.
I have done it because the first one, the first sentence, I just delayed it because of. I was curious.
Yeah.
And then I delayed it.
Yeah.
So that's why this is the second sentence.
Yeah. Okay. So that it probably just has nothing to compare to. Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah. No, you told me something new today. I didn't try that myself. Yeah.
No, I just have heard that if you delay it, I wanted to know, okay, what happens.
Yeah, definitely. I think that. Okay, so, and then you can always go back to the projects and see what's there. So, as an admin, this is also useful on the statistics. So this is give you a project summary of, okay, how many documents you have for this project, how many sentences, how many sentence level annotation, how many doc level annotations, what kind, how many, and even how many relation triples in the doc level. And you can, because if you oversee 10 annotators, for example, having this, it will be so much more helpful than reading a spreadsheet, I imagine. And you can see the overall progress here. And if you want to share this, you can click on this print, and you can generate a PDF, and you can store it somewhere. Okay, and back to project. I think is this most of the things I want to cover for already exist annotation, I think. Another thing very useful from my perspective is this search. So you can click on search from the top bar. So like I said, in the past we didn't really have a good way to store all the historical information. You probably, I don't know how many of you have encountered situations like, okay, this, I think I've seen this linguistic phenomena before. I did some annotation 2 years ago, but there's no way I can remember or I can find a reference. So here, but this is what the search is used for. You can search anything here. For sentence, or you can either search for like just tokens, right? Like, okay, I annotate a specific token 3 months ago, and I think I'm seeing it again. How did I annotate last time? Let's see. So let's see. And there are 4 filters you can filter out. But let's just do a naive search now. Let's see. Okay. So I just input like the word pulp, and you can see the results. Okay, where at the sentence level, where it is, where it appeared, and also doc level, and sentence. Okay. Wow, there's a lot. Let's see. Let's search for temporal relation. But you get it, yeah. So anything as long as it's stored, it's saved, it should be searchable. And for for relations, actually it will be highlighted, and you can see how it is annotated in different documents. Yeah, so I think this is what I want to go over for the detailed annotation usage. And okay, now everyone wants to ask, okay, I have this new language, I have a new document, how do I generate annotation from scratch? So two things I want to point out. I wasn't in the project that time. I think there was a UMR data release 2.0 sometime early this year. So after during this release, everyone agreed that we want like a single format for both input and output data. And in the past, Larry, you probably remember, you can scrape a piece of text from anywhere, right? And save it as a TXT and import it. It's easy to do that, but the post-processing is so difficult. Like everyone is trying to do their own thing. Because this is a cross-institutional project and and people collaborate from different parts of the world, and it's always a pain to deal with this formatting. So from now on, so again, something you need to forget compared to last year, we want a uniform format. I apologize, this document is not public on GitHub yet, but I will share. I think I shared it here in our shared drive, Google Drive folder. It's called Data Release README. If you want to read it in detail later on your own, you are more than welcome to do that. But the important thing about this README file is here, the data format description. So. Is this too small, or can you read it from your own device? Let me try to make it bigger. Okay, hope is it big enough? So, I will show you a demo later. But all the data, for one single document contains multiple sentences. Each sentence is separated by a line of 80 hash signs. This is what we call the sentence separator. And there has to be 5 parts in your data. And the first one is meta information. You can just leave them empty. I will give you an example later, but you have to have this title out there. Otherwise, the annotation tool cannot read it. And sentence information, sentence level annotation, alignment, and dot level. So how do you do that? Let's see. Okay. Oh, sorry. Go back to the shared Google folder, and there is a file called sample_import.umr. So please note that for both for the admin pope example and for this sample import, they are all ended by .umr. So this is the only requirement we want you to follow for if you want to use your own data. And where is my sample? Let's see. Is everyone seeing this? If you open it, so this is what I'm talking about. So each sentence has to have this AB hash size to be separated from the next sentence, and each of the 5 components need to start with a one single hash sign, and also with double quote column. So meta info, sentence info, sentence level graph, alignment, document level graph. So for now, just for in the interest of time, you can just directly use this. Like copy this. There's not a straightforward way to generate this, but it's really not hard to do. And as long as you convert your document into this format, you are free to go. And the export annotation will also be in .umr format, and it just make any implementation so much easier. So you can even manually just type, right? If you have the time, type 80. But for now, just use it, and do not. And you can. I actually put this here, but you don't need to care about that. And for the index are just token index, and you can either delete it or just leave it out here. So for example, now you have a sentence of your own, or a document of your own, and which contains a sentence that you want to annotate from scratch. You can just come up with a sentence now. So I will just go again. You can type anything you want though here. It can be, I'm not 100% sure, but I think now you can also do lower resource language with this. You can try that later, but for now I'm just demonstrating in English. Brandeis University's in Wilson. Let's see. Let's save it. Okay. So it's just for now, just treat it as your own new document.
And the fact that indices do not correspond to the number of sentences or words in the sentences as well.
It doesn't matter. Like it should be recognized. Let's try. Let's go back to my project tutorial. So okay, now I want to so still same thing, right? I think you know how to do it. Upload document, and upload this sample import.
The same project or a different project?
It doesn't matter. Yeah, I'm doing the same project because I want to save some time. Upload should be here. Okay, so. Is everyone have that uploaded, and you can view? So now it's empty, right? I guess like for something you want to create for your own. This is the scenario. This is a blank page. Everyone should start from scratch and check out for annotation so that it's ready to be annotated. So now go to the checked out documents because you just chose it to annotate it, and click here. I think Shireen, this is what you meant earlier. Now you have the fresh sentence. You don't have any branch. You don't have anything generated. So you start from here. This blue thing called add top. So you start with adding the first variable. What is, let's see, concept tab. What is a concept tab for Brandeis? It's in Waltham.
Relocated ads.
Huh?
Relocated ads.
Yeah, it's an abstract concept.
Yeah, like this.
Yeah. Locate or place.
Okay.
Be located. In No. But I think
Oh,
place. Yeah.
There's no relocate that. 9921.
Is it named entity initially?
Yeah.
In Waltham, right?
Yeah, Waltham. Yeah. There's
Where is
no.
the 91? Where is the 91?
There's another.
Shouldn't be the top note B. Shouldn't be the top
Or
note
even
B.
We located that, right, Julie?
No, it's half place now.
Oh, have okay, all right.
Half place.
Half place, okay.
So
It's, yes, it's more, a little more specific than B, right? This is like location.
but it's still under. It's still a
Should
abstract.
be under,
Abstract construct.
It's in reification rules.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Thank you. Reef. Oh, okay.
Replication,
And have place. I'm sorry.
Yeah, half place.
Okay. Have place 91.
Under two.
Okay. Just yeah. But you get the idea, right? And you create nodes. And
Excuse me, if they do, it doesn't matter, they actually.
I don't know. I need to check why there are two.
There could be just duplication.
Yeah, yeah.
You shouldn't be having two exact same.
Okay, thank
Yeah,
you.
yeah, no worries. Yeah, so this is a top, because you always need to start from top node. I understand Dasha said like name entity, right, like Brennus University, then you add the argument like after that, yeah. So this is where you start. And for, I don't know for other language, and for some of the language currently for Chinese, for example, we actually, we don't start from scratch now, right? Am I right? Like we have some like auto-generate like overview. And
Yeah, you can.
Yeah.
You can have pre-processed data and make changes.
Yeah. Just we just hope it's help with speeding up the annotation process. But this is the OG way of doing annotation, and then you can start from here, adding other elements into the graph, and before it's ready for quality control. So.
You can add the arguments for have place 91, so brand actually was
Yeah. Child node should be a name entity here, and it should be, okay, that's easy. The first one, so academic organization, I think. And you can select these two. Yeah, and click add branch. Yeah, so it's,
After the name tag, you just took organization, right?
I'm sorry?
The name tag is the organization.
Yeah, the name is organization. The organization is the type of the organization. So maybe we can take a coffee break, right? So it's 3:20 now.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, sorry, I didn't mind the time. Yeah.
For 20 minutes and then.
I don't have much to cover after that. I'm thinking maybe just everyone can do a mini practice on the document of their choice, and then I can.
Maybe just finish that sentence.
Yeah. Which sentence? The admin code. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, so there's coffee, should be coffee across in the other room, and then I those two, there's going to be new name tags that you can use.